There's a really hard area right in here. Not sure why, but it's hard. If I ever get a bigger shop, it's certainly going to have a much larger lathe than this one. This is a nice little lathe, but it's on the high end of being a baby lathe. Chips are hot. Hey everybody, it's been about a week since I was fooling around with this project here for my brother. We turned down the large screw and made this component here. This tip is tool steel. We'll go ahead and harden that later. But I think where we left off is I had this chucked up here and we went ahead and cleaned this guy up. So let me go ahead and chuck this up. And I'm going to go ahead and machine off these threads here. I'll probably do that off camera and then bring you back, because where we're at on the project is basically this front half is done. So we're going to move over to this section here, and it's going to be 4.5 on the handle. This is going to be 1 inch wide, so I'm going to clean this up, make it a 5.5 inch piece, and then we'll machine it down to size. Well, I think it's time to make new soft jaws. These things are shot. Too much damage from holding weird stuff. Well, that's what we're going for. And we're about 90% of the way there. So now I can go ahead and chuck it up and cut my 30-degree angle over here to match this one here. I don't know how I got the angle wrong, but to make a long story short, I didn't like it and I machined it off. Went ahead and drilled this a little bit deeper, re-tapped it, and recut that angle. I'm not really sure what that angle was on the back. I thought I had it wrote down, but apparently I didn't. So that matches it a little bit better for what it's going to be doing. That's going to be perfectly fine for my brother. So really the last thing to do is to take this out and harden the point, and should be good to go. Well, I really didn't want to make a production out of filming this hardening at this point, so I just broke out the oxy set and knocked it out real quick. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up all this scale. Now I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with a propane torch. Go ahead and temper that little half-inch end there made of tool steel. Well, we got our 4 components, our tip, our front, our stud, and the handle. So let's put this guy together. Just going to use Loctite on everything. Thread's bottomed out right there, so we're going to call that good. And there we go. One hardened point. Big stabby thing from my brother. Well, this is rich. The channel is making something from nothing. And considering we started with about 12 inches of that, and we end up with this nice tool from my brother, I'd say that was some time well spent. So I appreciate you watching, and see you on the next video.